Hi, today I'm going to be showing you a day in the life of a sober alcoholic. Sorry, my glasses are steaming up. Yeah, I'm not going to show you the alternative because that would be very sad. Hopefully this will give you an insight into what it takes to be an alcoholic. It's not an aspirational thing. This is just the steps that I take every day to ensure my continuing sobriety, on which all of the good things in my life rest. If you are struggling with addiction, I'll leave resources in the description below. Without further ado, on we go. I am in a 12-step recovery program. You can get sober other ways, but I found that this is the way that works for me so far, so I am sticking with it. A 12-step recovery program is inherently a spiritual program, so every morning I set time aside to pray and to be quiet. The point is that you realise you can't fight your addiction on your own and you need the help of a higher power. These are the books I go through each morning, so this is a really cute book of affirmations, so I just go through 3, 4 or 5 pages of this and think about these every morning. This little unassuming book is the big book of AA. I like to read maybe a chapter of this, not necessarily every day, but I am just sort of going on a loop reading this book round and round. Something new sticks out every time. It's a truly wonderful book. Then I've also got my devotional and my New Testament here, which I go through as well. I'm not going to film my quiet time because that would be very weird, but yes, these are the books I go through, reading passages from each one, praying as I go. I know it might seem like a lot, but the whole thing, this whole spiritual routine every morning, it probably only takes about 10 minutes and it sets me up for the day. I like to think of this time in the morning as my spiritual buffer zone for the day. It's putting up some boundaries and putting some things in place that are going to make me a bit calmer and a bit more centered throughout the day. I'm also sure to say the step 3 prayer every morning. I'm not through all of the steps yet, I'm working on my step 4. Going for a walk every morning has been such a blessing. In my addiction, I would wake up hungover or worse. To be able to wake up now and straight away head outside with the dogs is something that I feel very grateful for. To be honest, just waking up now in sobriety, I feel so lucky not to be feeling sick, not to be vomiting, not to be sweating, in withdrawal, having auditory disturbances or hallucinations, or to be feeling so tired and weak and hollow that I might collapse. Waking up sober is something in itself to be grateful for, and I appreciate that even more on these lovely walks every morning. I like doing intermittent fasting, but sometimes I do have breakfast. In sobriety, eating well has been so important. Towards the end of my addiction, I wasn't really eating at all. I'd maybe have a banana, a bag of crisps, and a piece of toast for the whole day, and then on top of that, a bottle of vodka and a bottle of wine, or 2. So eating now is a priority and a privilege. In my darkest days, getting towards the late stages of my addiction, I also didn't really have any appetite, and it was only after I drank a bottle that I felt like I wanted to eat something. As I said, it was usually crisps and a banana. I feel very lucky to have an appetite today and to have the energy to make myself some really wholesome food. Food is such a source of joy for me. And on this channel I talk about how the little things can bring you joy, and food for me, definitely something small that brings me a lot of joy. This is a typical breakfast or a typical dessert for me. It's just yogurt, frozen berries, peanut butter, chocolate chips and some Belvita biscuits. Absolutely love it. I have this a lot and I've not got sick of it yet. Now I get on with some work, usually reading. I'm doing an English degree. I'm sure to make my bed at some point in the morning because that always helps me feel more put together. I talk about this a bit in my video on mental health tips, which I will link for you in the cards and in the description. For lunch, I love making multicoloured meals, eating as many different colours as possible. Again, in recovery, nutrition is really important for me. In active addiction, I wasn't eating properly and I was abusing my body with alcohol, so eating lots of veggies today and just food that I enjoy is a way of making amends to myself every single day. I make sure to put time aside to put something together for lunch that I'll enjoy. Throughout the day, I drink lots of tea. I absolutely love tea. I like green tea, and at this point I think I drink more tea than water. I love these big Cath Kidston mugs. I'll have maybe 5 cups of green tea a day in these. I absolutely love it. I do stop drinking tea at like 4 or 5 o'clock and switch to cuppa boilings. I know this might be a bit of a granny thing, an old lady thing to have, but I really don't care. A cup of boiling water is so warming and it's also hydrating. I'm going here for another walk with the dogs. Walking is so good for my mental health. Maybe you could try incorporating more walks into your day. Even a 10-minute walk around the block helps me. Getting ready to take the dog out for a walk. Lovely afternoon walk. It looks like it's sunny, so hopefully the sky will be really nice colours and just be good. 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 I love looking at the clouds in the early evening, the sunset and the different colours. Again, I just feel lucky to be sober and to be able to appreciate all of this. Another crucial thing I do every day, which may seem very mundane to you, is that I brush my teeth. I neglected to do this so much in addiction. The only time I'd brush my teeth was if I was worried someone would smell alcohol on my breath. I was in a bad place. Now, thankfully, there's been no long-term damage to my teeth, and I make sure to floss and brush my teeth every day. I know it's a small thing, but I want to include it because it does have a lot of significance for me, and my channel is all about the small things. If you can brush your teeth every day without thinking twice about it, I hope what I've said here has reminded you that you can find gratitude anywhere. For example, you can be grateful for the fact that you look after your teeth without even thinking about it. Dinner is the same deal as lunch, but usually I take some more time to cook something. While for lunch I might fry some vegetables or some tofu just quickly. For dinner I might decide to make a curry or cook some beans. This is some smoked haddock, veggies, garlic alioli, salsa. I absolutely love this, it's so wholesome and delicious. Another vital part of my day as a recovering alcoholic is staying connected with other alcoholics in recovery. I do this both through talking to people I've met throughout my sober journey so far, but also through meetings. The last few months I've been doing a meeting every single day, with a few exceptions obviously, but my general rule is to go every day. This is an invaluable time where I have a safe space together with other alcoholics to talk about recovery, sobriety, God, daily struggles, whatever is going on. I've been doing Zoom meetings recently and they are amazing. Maybe I'll do some tidying up as I listen to the meeting, but I do try to sit still with my cuppa boiling and my blanket and take everything in, reminding myself how lucky I am to be sober. I like to do some journaling before bed. I'll link my journaling routine video. It helps me to reflect on the day and on what's gone well and what I'm grateful for. Sobriety always goes on the list. So, one day at a time, we've made it through another day. And the most important thing is that I will be getting my head on the pillow sober today. So, the only thing that's left for me to do is my gratitude list. I do that every night. And then I'll read for a bit or watch something, and then lights out. Job done. Another sober day. If this has made you think about some things, there is help available always. There are people who can help you. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. I hope you're in a space to hear that. You don't have to do it alone. We all know what it was like. So if you're in the madness, there are people who can help you and who want to help you, and it doesn't have to be this way. I hope you can hear that. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.